What up, peeps? It's your girl, Dodge, coming back to Frontal Takes. Well, wasn't sure I was going to make a video discussing this sad, unfortunate, unspeakable loss that basically sprung on all of us. Let me just go ahead and get into the fact that I heard about this, of course, Friday evening. This was at, I want to say a little after 11:30, just kind of like, looking at the news, and just kind of looking at, responding to people, on social media, whatever, and all that back and forth, some of my social media channels, whichever. And it popped up in my notification. And at first, you never like to be so hesitant to believe, you can read whichever, but one after another start popping up, and just knowing that, yes, Chadwick Boseman has passed. That literally just was like a gut wrenched, that brother was a beast, and just in so many facets of his life. I will say I literally was dumbfounded because I kept saying, oh no, oh my God. And I had to remind myself that a family member was in the other room so they could hear me. I didn't realize. I was like, oops, I woke someone up. So I had to explain to them, why I was, resorting to this type of just lashed out, whichever. Needless to say, it's just so sad. I literally was truly upset. Woke up this morning and just seeing all the outpouring of all the love he was getting. I did post some stuff that night in regards to my respect and admiration to him, overall. But I wanted to do a quick video. These are not something I want to really get into always doing on my page, but he really truly resonated with me. Of course, a brother being from South Carolina. My family's from South Carolina. And then being that he fellow from HU, like myself. So it really was just like, what else for 2020? Like, really? Like, come on. But I will just kind of go through just my overall love for him. Besides those two, I will say the first time I saw Chadwick Boseman was when he was on a show called Lincoln Heights back in the day. I want to say, 2009. He did quite a few episodes. Didn't really know who he was, because I was enjoying the show, and the main leads of the actual show was who I was more invested. But I did enjoy the parts that he played when he was on the show. And then after that, kind of off the radar, then he did a show also that I like called Fringe, one episode, whatever. So it was like he was doing a lot of TV. Then when he became definitely on my radar was when he did 42, playing one of the pioneers, Jackie Robinson. Definitely took shape, took notice. Such a well done movie. I love that film. And that's kind of from when I really enjoyed watching his work. And the work I will put up here just, over the course, of the time we've gotten to, see him, support him, in his craft, just building, honing, of course, doing movies like other pioneers like Thurgood Marshall, of course, James Brown, excuse me. Then, of course, in the midst of that, us getting introduced to him, of course, becoming, this, larger than life, character, T'Challa, aka Black Panther. Now, in the midst of this, prior to that, he did, of course, you all remember, was when he did Captain America Civil War. Now, being that we know that he passed now from colon cancer that he'd been fighting for 4 years, that was around the time when he was doing Civil War. We had not gotten Black Panther yet. So it kind of gives you an idea of when this actually took place and how long of a fight he's been dealing with in regards to colon cancer. It just puts it all in perspective because he is a private person, and just knowing that he wanted to continue doing what he loves, which is acting, doing good roles, working with people he, admire and respect it, and vice versa. And just like, unfazed, Now, as people kind of definitely didn't know about it, maybe some of the people he worked closely with probably kept to themselves clearly, because when you see some of the interviews, especially the interview he did when he was out basically doing a lot of the marketing and all that in regards to promotion to Black Panther, there's one where it's probably getting around now where he is talking, one of the guys interviews him or asks him a question about, going to see the kids, who are fighting, cancer, whichever, and all that, how he feels doing that, and them looking up to him. And he got a little emotional and choked up and had like a long pause all the while, none of us knowing that he, in fact, as well, was dealing, with some form of cancer himself. Just a trooper and all around, just, wonderful guy. It's just so unfortunate just thinking about it. I literally was afraid if I was to do this, I was going to break out in tears. I've been crying a little bit this morning, watching all the love and looking at everything some of my friends have been saying, and just all of us how we're feeling in just like utter shock of this all. Also, him working on, of course, the two Avenger, films with a lot of the cast and crew, that were in the movie. And then, of course, him recently, the movie that just came out on Netflix that he did with Spike Lee, Da 5 Bloods, which was a great movie. I'm looking forward to him because he's working on a movie that just finished, I think, wrapping up with Viola Davis, which is Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. I'm definitely planning to see that. Plus, I talked about that over a year ago. That was in the works. I'm excited for that one. And, of course, some other movies he's done, like, 21 Bridges. What's another one? He did Meshes to the King. Early on, he did Gods of Egypt, so he has a nice little body of work that I'm happy that we will live on and we get to enjoy, what he was giving us, because he was just getting started. And it was just so much more we were all probably looking forward to. I know some people, of course, right now, and I've seen a couple comments where people, what's going to happen with Black Panther 2? Let's not worry about Black Panther 2 right now. Let's just take it in, the condolences to his family, his closest friends, whichever. Yeah, we know that will definitely be something of discussion, but nothing we need to be worrying about right now. This king just passed last night, and people are already worrying about Black Panther 2. It's just a mind-boggling to me, but it is what it is. Some individuals can't help themselves. But one person and I'm going to go ahead and just kind of note some of the individuals who, left, their feelings, a little bit of tweets up here as I'm talking. I will say one person I'm really looking forward to seeing their thoughts that I don't think has been put out yet, because I don't think they have anything on social media like Twitter or whatever, is Ryan Coogler. I know they have a nice bond that they have created when they did Black Panther, and of course, the admiration and respect for each other, in regards to their work ethic. And really, honestly, they were going to be starting production, I think, earlier the following year with that, so I can only imagine truly how he feels. Probably he's going to take a minute, whatever. We might hear from him maybe sometime in the next couple of days, whichever. Like I stated, he'll probably put some sort of statement out. Also, I'll read one statement. It's from the actual family. It says, "A true fighter, Chadwick Boseman preserved through it all and brought you many of the films you have come to love so much, from Marshall to Da 5 Bloods, August Wilson's Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and several more. All were filmed during and between countless surgeries and chemotherapy. It was an honor of his career to bring King T'Challa to life in Black Panther." Yes, I mean, just his body, like I said, it might be considered small, but that's a nice body of work to leave the legacy of, what he wanted. And being that he, of course, played a part in the roles he picked that he wanted to do to show, his love for the craft. And a lot of us, will have these. And like I said, I have a couple of them, but we're going to get all of them. They're going to be all in my collection, when I want to watch. Of course, I'm feeling that need to probably pull out Black Panther. I have my shirt. I actually will say, when I knew the movie was coming out, I was already in the midst of, I'm actually getting a t-shirt made. There was an individual that I work for who does gets t-shirts for his own side business, and I was like, "Can you make me a shirt?" And I said, "Can you do something?" Because he does artwork, and he wanted to do something special for the Black Panther film, so he made this, and I really was feeling it. And I was like, make me one, I need, one, made him make me a couple, and I got a couple of them made. So this is not the only one I have, but I do love this one, just the way you see part of him, and it's just Warriors Arrival. Just the way he did it was really nice. And at the time when I wore it out, a lot of people would give me comments, so I'm proud to wear it, to do the video. I will say also, there's one particular person that I think I might be showing the actual tweet, and I want to read, and it's from Angela Bassett, and I thought it was poignant to what I want to discuss moving forward. She was like, "It was meant to be for Chadwick and me to be connected. for our story to begin long before his historic turn as Black Panther. During the premiere party of Black Panther, Chadwick reminded me of something. He whispered that when I received my honorary degree from Howard University, his alma mater, he was the student assigned to escort me that day. And here we were, years later, as friends and colleagues, enjoying the most glorious night ever. We've spent weeks prepping, working, sitting next to each other every morning in the weekend chairs, preparing for the day together as mother and son. I'm honored that we enjoyed that full circle experience. This young man's dedication was awe-inspiring, his smile contagious, his talent unreal. So I pay tribute to the beautiful spirit and consummate artist, soul brother. Though are not dead, but flow afar. All you possess, Chadwick, you freely gave. Rest now, sweet prince, Wakanda forever. And I just thought that was so sweet. I really wanted to read that. And I like how she, remembered that. And he didn't recall, he recalled, but she didn't remember that. And that's poignant that he brings it up. And like I said, a fellow brother from HU, him actually speaking at a ceremony, to, the graduating, class, the people looking out. And there was a woman, I remember watching the video when it first happened. I was so happy and proud that he got to come back there, and he put the Wakanda up and the crowd just roared. And it was just so exciting, because the brother, from South Carolina come to DC, go to school, and it's interesting because when I think about it now, we're in close to the same age. He's 2 years younger than me, but really will be 1 year. His birthday is this November. He was there around the time when I was there. So, it's interesting, when, some people are so close, and you just don't realize it, whichever, but to know you were on the same stomping grounds when we were, on top of the campus, that just, brings a smile to my face. It's just really, really sad. I'm really trying my best not to start breaking out into tears right now just thinking about it. But I just want to send so many prayers and thoughts to his family and his friends, that love and light, because this one, I truly didn't see this coming. I know colon cancer, and I think, first it was stage 3 and then eventually worked into being stage 4, and then it was pretty much inevitable. I know he was definitely surrounded by love. His wife was at his bedside. So he was definitely, around, surrounded by love, when the moment happened. And what was very significant is the fact that it happened on Jackie Robinson Day. To know that this happened, it just really comes really truly full circle, because being that was, one of the more poignant films that really broke him out before, he did, of course, Black Panther, to bring people to a more awareness of him, that is, significant in itself. I will say one thing in regards to his work. I really was hoping to see him do a movie with Denzel. I know him and Denzel have a nice bond, and knowing when he was in school, Denzel played a part in that. I know when Denzel was receiving an award, he spoke, of him so highly in so many other areas. But I know, because that was something I did not know. So definitely learned about that over time, not just with all that's going on. I knew about that a while back, but just knowing that, respect and admiration he had for, Chadwick, and then for him to come full circle and him to show his love and admiration for everything he had done for him from the past. That's that respect, from one man to another. And I just love that. I really would have loved to see something for them to do, even if it was just Denzel being a producer on some work that, Chadwick, or him seeing a role that he knew he'd be involved in, wanted to do something to work together. That's the part it will be sadly that we don't get to see. But like I stated, I'm looking forward to seeing him do Ma Rainey's Black Bottom with Viola Davis, since we know that has been finished and completed. And I've been wanting to see, when we would hear more news about that. And now that I know, that is one to look forward to and love and just want to support. And as I said, add to the collection when that eventually comes out as well. So pretty much that's just really what I want to come on here and just, just put my feelings of love out for him. Like I stated, he definitely will not be forgotten. He is going to be well loved with, like, I know some people are going to have that conversation with the kids, who of course love Black Panther, wore the costume, they know Black Panther 2 is coming. That's going to be something, but those parents out there will, find a way. He still lives on. They can wear that costume proudly, do that Wakanda, he's here in spirit, looking down, He's well loved. I'm here for anybody, everybody, just how we all feel, just to come together and show our love and respect for him. And that's pretty much it, you guys. I made it through without trying not to lose it on this actual video. So you guys comment below however you feel in regards to your feelings about Chadwick Boseman. And with that said, I will see you guys in the next video. You guys take care.